This is Surroundead, a zombie survival game that has become pretty popular in the last few months and a game that I have never played. So with zero prior knowledge of this game, I thought it would be a good idea to attempt to do so on the hardest difficulty, where even making the most minor mistake is going to get me killed. So for the next 50 hours, I created 5 main goals that I must complete before I was done. First, I had to complete every radiated zone by killing the boss and finding the high tier military crate. Second, I had to clear out all 12 infested zones on the map. Third, I was going to have to find a place to call home and build myself a base. Fourth, I had to acquire the best armor and weapons in the game. And finally, I tasked myself with getting every single achievement in the game. Every single one. This was not going to be easy, but Joe Nuts here, ready for anything, you know? So, with nothing left to do, I started a new game and began by spawning in the middle of nowhere. So I spawned in as my character, and I kid you not, literally in about 20 seconds, I was dead. On nightmare difficulty, these zombies are extremely fast. There's nothing, you can't outrun them. There's nothing you can really do. So after dying right away, I respawned and tried to check these houses. Okay, that's probably not that helpful. All right, is there anything? Okay. Okay. I think I might be dead here. Okay, this game is a lot harder than I thought, apparently. Why is he so fast? Go away. Oh my gosh, I'm stuck. You don't know about the stairs method. And pretty quickly, I found a strategy for taking some of these guys out. It's hard for zombies to take you out on an elevated surface. It just has to be high enough. So going forward, I'd be using this strategy. Now, it is kind of a cheap strategy, but right now, early game, there was nothing else I could do. So I was gonna have to resort to killing zombies this way. Anything in here? Oh, here we go. Water bottle. Okay, that's good. That's good. Nothing in there. Okay. Anything upstairs? I mean, I'm literally just looking for anything. I mean, okay. Oh, look at that. That looks real nice. I kind of did. The fuck? Okay, yeah, sure, man, sure. So, yeah, I died to the acid guy. If an acid zombie dies and you don't shoot him in the head, they explode and they pretty much instantly kill you. I'm not sure how I was supposed to know that, but, okay. All right, man. All right, you know what? It's not looking too hot right now, but, maybe this fire will help me or something. Oh, okay, there we go. I'm dead. I mean, like, what am I supposed to do against this, all right? How did he know? I'm stuck. I'm dead. Oh my gosh. And after dying once again, I was just kind of aimlessly wandering in the wilderness. I was trying to stay as far away from any towns or anything like that because, you know, so far what happens is I just die right away. And I also took a look at the map, and this is a huge map. I was a little overwhelmed, I'm not gonna lie. I just did not know where to start. But while I was thinking that, I heard something like an engine, or I don't even know what it was. And I looked up and it was actually a military plane. And these guys actually drop supplies. There's 3 different types of things they can drop, either food, medical, or military supplies. And I saw 2 drop in the distance, so I had to sneak across the road, and I was able to loot it. And the first one had some stuff, but I didn't have any space to put it anywhere. But I got pretty lucky in the second drop, and I got myself an epic backpack, and this would give me a ton more space. And in this game, you can pretty much stack infinite items. So yeah, there's not even a weight limit in this game. You can literally put backpacks and backpacks and backpacks and then just so on. Yeah, I don't know why, but it works for some reason. So with all this loot that I just got, I decided I wanted to go sell it off. I did want to keep some of it, but a lot of it could be sold for some money. And there's a trader basically in the middle of the map where you can buy anything from guns, medical supplies, food, stuff like that. So yeah, I wasn't sure what was good or anything, but I just decided to buy some stuff. And I got myself the FAL, which, you know what? It wasn't that bad. I wanted to get something pretty hard hitting because I was not going to have any ammunition anytime soon. So I went to go try it out. Oh, I'm dead. Okay, one shot. Yeah, sure, dude. Sure. Yeah, I really underestimated how hard this would be. And also, since my gun was unsuppressed, pretty much every zombie in the 30-mile radius could hear it. So, you know... Yeah, and I got up on top of this rock, and I shot the rest of the zombies in the area. And the reason I did this was so I can get into this, like, apartment type of building. And it was not worth it. It was not worth it at all. There was literally nothing in here. So yeah, I just wasted all that ammo just to get pretty much nothing. So yeah, nice. That was good. So at nighttime, I went to this, like, cabin type of area. And I mainly just used my melee. Because right now, yeah, I just had no ammo to use. But this time, the cabins had a little bit more loot. Yeah, but that didn't matter because I fell off the cliff. I don't know. I don't know. This is the dumbest thing ever, but I had to redo it, so I had to kill all the zombies again. And I also spent a little bit of time hunting. Now, yeah, it's not really the best way to get money because you already spend quite a bit on ammo, but overall, you do get a little bit of a profit. And early game, I was going to need all the money I can get. But so far, I felt like it was enough messing around. It was time for me to actually try and do something. So I went to go make my way to one of the bigger POIs. And here there was a secure case as well as a boss. You know, never faced a boss. Wasn't sure if I was ready for it. definitely wasn't, died right away. And the second try around, the same thing happened. But the third time around, I was able to get to a spot where he couldn't kill me. And yeah, it took me like 3 minutes to just beat him with the bat, but it eventually worked out. Honestly, kind of surprised, but I was able to get a helmet out of it. Gave me a little bit of protection. Still didn't matter though, because I ended up dying in the mall, so you know, lost the helmet. But I was able to kill him again. But I still had to clear the mall room by room, so you know, I was not ready for that. So I just ended up making my way to an airdrop. I looted everything inside, and I made my way back to the mall to see if I could try it again. And of course, same thing happened. Come on, like, I mean, like, come on. I just feel like I'm not doing the right thing. You know, I need a gun. I need ammo. I can't just keep jumping on top of cars. That just doesn't work. I mean, it kind of works, but like, that shouldn't be the way I should be playing. And I'm not gonna lie, by this point, I felt like I was doing everything wrong. Maybe I wasn't, maybe I was. I really couldn't tell. I still can't tell, because this was my first time playing, and I pretty much looked up nothing before I played this. So I had almost no clue what I was doing this whole time, but I decided to keep going. I got myself a bunch of supplies, as well as another backpack, so I could do the infinite inventory thing. And I also got a military jacket. Not that important, but I just thought it looks kind of nice. And also there's a well at the trader. And for some reason, if you drink out of it, it's not dirty water. But if you fill a bottle with it, then it's dirty water. I don't know. So yeah, I'm not sure why that's the case. I don't get it, but yeah. And I also sold off a bunch of things to the trader, because most of the stuff I did not need. And also I didn't even realize, but there's actually a skill tree in this game. So I spent a few of my points, and I had no clue what was good. So I pretty much only got the combat roll, which I barely used. But you know what? I guess I have it now. And by this point, my character, he was looking pretty good, all right? I bought myself a plate carrier. Not sure how good it was going to be, but, you know, it looked cool at least. I don't know. But this time, I felt like I was ready to finally take on the mall. And slowly but surely, I cleared every room. And the only reason I came back here was for the secure crate. This was not worth it. Not at all. Literally a 4 grip. That's literally it. But a lot of the big POIs have 2 requirements for, I guess, completing it, if you will. One is to take out the main boss or bosses. And the second is for you to find the high-tier military crate, which this time I just got unlucky. But usually these things could have some pretty solid loot in them. And I haven't really mentioned it yet, but pretty much every skill in this game has a leveling system. And the more you level it up, the better your survivor gets at it. So the more I upgrade my fitness level, I'll be able to have more stamina and run faster. And there's a bunch of other stats like marksmanship, reloading, and everything else. So leveling these up would be important. And also there are books that are sold at the trader, and those can help you level up even faster. But in the meantime, I made my way to this infected zone, which I was gonna have to take out a bunch of these if I wanted to complete this game. And I'll be honest, I had like no clue what I was doing. I was trying to take out the primary infected zone, but actually you got to take out the secondary ones first. And usually there's about 1 to 2 of these secondary zones, and then you're able to take out the primary zone. And then after that, a boss will spawn, and you just got to kill him, and that's pretty much it. So I took out 1 secondary zone, and I was done. That was gonna be it. But after that, I was just kind of walking around, and I saw this ice cream truck. And basically, this is the black market, and you're able to get legendary loot here, but you need credits to even buy anything, and that was something I did not have. And also, you have to save quite a lot of credits even just to get a single item. So this would be way down the line, and also it would take a lot longer to even find this thing again. I'm not lying. I think I probably found this thing 30 hours later. I never saw it again. But anyways, there was a nearby bandit camp, and I was pretty quickly able to take him out. And I wasn't really sure what I was going to get out of it, but I got myself a legendary shotgun. And yeah, the shotgun is pretty good. It'd be super good for taking out bosses later on. And after that, this blood moon appeared. It never happened again. It only happened once. So I don't know what this is, but you know, yeah. And after that, I went up north to the map, where it's a completely different biome, and I heard a bunch of gunshots. I had no clue what was even over here, but there are just a ton of soldiers over here. So I tried to shoot them all, and there was like, I don't even know, 50, 60 of them. There's nothing I could have done. I mean, I just got shot down immediately. So I gave it quite a few attempts until finally I was able to take them all out. And, you know, once I did that my game crashed because of why not? You know, of course. So I had to kill all of them once again. This took, for some reason, way longer than the first time. So instead of trying to take them out in the open, I went up in the building and literally just got him on this staircase. You know, maybe it wasn't the coolest way to take him out, or, you know, whatever, but it was definitely the most effective way to take him out, because it was so easy. And these guys gave me a ton of loot, especially ammo. And basically farming these coyote soldiers is the best way to get ammo for me. And also while I was there, I did get the high tier military crate to finish it off. So after that, I returned back to the trader and sold off all the stuff that I got. And I also got an ACOG scope. And for some reason, I thought it was like a cosmetic item, but no, it's actually just a scope. I don't know why I didn't think it was that, but whatever. But this was going to help out with long-range shots a lot more. And I also made my way to this bunker, which didn't matter. I didn't have the key card for it, but there are a bunch of bunkers around the entire map, and a lot of them require certain key cards to get in. So later on, I'd be collecting a bunch of key cards and opening up some of the other bunkers. And around this time, I thought it was finally time for me to have a base. I've literally just been walking around, just pretty much loitering around the trader this whole time. But now it's time for me to actually have a place where I could store things, craft things, stuff like that. So I was able to find this abandoned warehouse, which is pretty much in the middle of the map. And yeah, no zombies spawn here. And there was plenty of space where I could put a bunch of stuff in. So yeah, I just got to work putting a disassembly bench in there, as well as a construction bench. And especially the disassembly bench would be super useful. I can break down ammo and turn it into different ammo types later. So honestly, that'd be one of the most important things I put in here. But I did not have enough materials to make everything I want here yet. So I went to the nearby town and I pretty much cleared out the whole area. And there was another infected zone here. So I went over to the little infection spots or whatever and shot them. Honestly, this zone took a lot longer than it should have, but yeah, it's just what it is. And I went to go take out the primary zone. Everything went fine until the boss showed up. So yeah, I was not ready for this guy to spawn and he pretty much just instantly killed me. So I had to retry it again, but this time I was successful. And honestly, I didn't get a whole lot of loot, but it was better than nothing. And I also got the high tier military crate to finish off this location. I got myself a key card, but other than that, pretty much nothing. And the main reason I was just kind of snooping around was I was trying to find some random tools, and it's actually a material I need to keep going on the base. So I made my way to the construction site because I figured, where else are you gonna find it? So I killed all the zombies there, and I was able to find myself a sledgehammer, which would allow me to destroy rocks, and it would also allow me to destroy rubble. And on top of that, I did find the random tools that I needed, which would give me the weapons bench that I needed to craft ammo. It's pretty much the only thing I'd end up using it for, but you know what? Ammo is very important in this game. And I keep trying to search this apartment, trying to get myself a GPS, and the GPS basically just allows you to see important things on the map, like where your player is at. So instead of having to look at landmarks and stuff, you can just instantly know where you're at. And also locates other things like infection zones, airdrops, stuff like that. So finding this would be really good, but I just got unlucky. And I also chopped myself down some trees. And the reason I did this was to create a little closet. I thought I was able to put just any loot in there, but it has to be closed. So, just kind of wasted my time doing that. But a lot of these storage crates mainly just require wood. So, it's not that hard to get. And I also got myself another airdrop because these things are full of loot that you can sell for a bunch of money. And I also found this really big bandit camp. It doesn't look like the normal ones. It's just way bigger. Yeah, I tried, but I died. And also I found this helicopter crash. The game gives you notifications when these happen, and it didn't have much in it, so it wasn't really worth it. But I did loot the nearby fire station, and of course didn't really find anything. But I did find myself another bandit camp, and I was able to take them out pretty easily. I just picked them off from a distance, and I was able to find myself a legendary AK. Now, I'll be honest, at the time I didn't know how good this thing was, but yeah, it's very good. It does a ton of damage, and it's already suppressed. And I'm just gonna spoil it. This would already be my primary throughout the entire playthrough. I have a couple other guns, but honestly, this is the this is the best one I got. And by now, I took a look at the map, and there are quite a lot of radiated zones, and I haven't completed one of them yet. So I figured it was about time I try and do it. So making my way over, I lured all the zombies out of the radiated zone because I'm trying to minimize as much radiation as possible. Because you know what? Right now, radiation pills are kind of hard to come by. And yeah, I used the car method again. I mean, it worked. So and I pretty much just sniped the boss with my new gun. So that was one of the objectives down, but I didn't realize I needed a key card. So there's nothing I really could have done. So I made my way all the way back to my base. I was able to get myself the key card and come back. So that meant I just had to kill the boss again, which was, not that hard. And once I unlocked the bunker, there was another door which had a different key card that I didn't have. So yeah, I just wasted 20 minutes. So since there was nothing I could really do about it right now, there was another radiated zone on the way back. So I figured, you know what? I might as well give it a shot. So I was able to snipe the boss on top of the roof, and I took out all the surrounding zombies. Basically, you have to lure all of them outside because if they're stuck in the building, you're pretty much dead. It's way too cramped in there, and if there's more than one zombie, you're probably gone. So I was able to kill all of them and make my way all the way up to the roof, where I was able to get myself the high tier military crate. And just like that, I actually had my first radiated zone completed. Yeah, I don't know. It took me way too long to even do that, but you know what? It's done now. So since I wanted to complete all the radiated zones, I still had quite a ways to go, but I decided to try my luck and try to take out another one. Yeah, this time it didn't go as smoothly. I took out the two dogs in front, and then I stepped on a mine right away. So yeah, I just decided to do this a different time. And also when I got back to base, I disassembled all the ammo that I got, and I accidentally pressed it twice and got myself just a bunch of scrap. I didn't mean to do this, but at least I got scrap now, at least I got a good amount of it. And I also searched this apartment again to try to get myself the GPS, and got myself an epic flashlight. So that's I guess that's all right. But anyways, after gearing up a little bit, I decided I want to go take out another radiated zone. And I made my way up north to go to this next radiated zone. I was able to take out the boss, but then I accidentally slipped off this tank. So yeah, I just died. Didn't mean to do that. So I just had to redo it, but it wasn't that much effort. And I looted some of the nearby buildings, which I didn't really find that much out of. But I did get myself the high tier crate. And inside of it, I found the black military pants. I don't know, it just kind of went with my outfit. So I got that completed. I decided to go for the all black look. I don't know why, but I just wanted to switch it up a little bit. It kind of doesn't fit with the tan backpack, but you know, it is what it is. And once again, I checked this apartment where I finally got myself the GPS. Yeah, it took quite a few attempts, but I eventually got it. And this was going to make navigation a lot easier. But other than that, I didn't really do a whole lot after. I got myself a little airdrop because they're easy to find now. And I also figured I might as well get myself some books just because I was trying to increase my level in some areas. I also kind of completed, if you will, some of the other radiated zones. These are like minor radiated zones, so there's no boss, there's no container. It's just kind of a radiated area. So I'm not even sure if these really count, but I still was going to do them. So over the next couple in-game days, I just completed them and they're very easy. And honestly, I was just kind of keeping myself busy. I went to one of the cities in the middle of the map and I just cleared out all the guys there. I went down to the tunnel. And the reason I did this is because there was a treasure down here. And this is where the flashlight was actually useful. In tunnels, it's super dark, so having either night vision goggles or a flashlight is kind of important. And slowly but surely, I made my way through the tunnel. And after clearing out the city for about 15 minutes, I died to one zombie. A single zombie, that's it. So it just goes to show you how nightmare difficulty works. Like literally, you can die to one single zombie, even if you're very geared like me. It doesn't even matter. You just got to make sure the zombies don't get to you at all. But anyways, I made my way out to the oil rig, and this was actually another radiated zone. I wasn't even sure if it was or not. And honestly, I was not that confident that I was even going to clear it, but I thought I might as well give it a try. And on the oil rig, there's a bunch of these staircases where zombies literally just get stuck at. And no, it's not cheating by hoarding them up here. Hey, listen, it's just the game. It's just how the game works. So I was easily able to clear out the first half of the oil rig, and the loot here was so much better than anywhere else I'd visited. I was able to get myself an epic helmet, but unfortunately, right when I got it, I died. So unfortunately, I didn't get to keep it, but now I knew where to go to get some really good gear. And also after this, I had some points I could spend on the skill tree. So I decided to get the last one for like the green row or whatever. And I don't know how I died here. But anyways, once I got back to base, I added some more storage and I sorted out all my ammo. And right after that, I made my way back. I decided I wanted to try it again. And this time, since I kind of know how to clear it out, so I was able to clear the first half and I was able to shoot the zombies from the other side. But unfortunately, I couldn't really loot the oil rig because I went all the way down to 5% radiation. So unfortunately, I just had to leave and I'd have to come back once again. So I had to go all the way back to the trader where I was able to get myself some radiation pills. And I pretty much just stocked up on everything that I thought I would need. And once again, I pretty much repeated the process. Took out all the zombies on the stair, and unfortunately, once it gets to that close quarters, yeah, I'm pretty much dead, and I had to redo it again. Yeah, great. I'm so glad I'm doing this again. But finally, I was able to make my way into the locked area, and there were just a bunch of military crates here. There was an oil rig helmet, so you know, I've never seen that before, so I thought I might as well grab that. And there's basically just a bunch of high tier military gear here, so I figured I'd pick up everything that I could get. And also, there's this locked room with a keypad, so I made my way all the way up to the top of the oil rig, where I was able to find the code for it. And I mean, it was pretty good. I got quite a lot of loot out of it. It wasn't anything too crazy, but since I didn't have to use a key card for it, you know, I'm not complaining. And after coming back from the oil rig, I broke down all the ammo that I got, and yeah, this pretty much is infinite 7.62. But after I was restocked, I made my way all the way down south of the map, and I went to this airfield. Now, this is the biggest radiated zone. Now, instead of just one boss being here, there's actually 3. There's 2 out on like the airstrip or whatever, and then there's one I got to take out in a hangar. And I'll be honest, I did not know what to loot first, so I kind of just went around looting whatever crate I could find. And I also went to this locked hangar where I was able to kill the boss through the wall. You know, maybe that wasn't what, you know, it was supposed to happen, but hey, you know what? It worked out pretty well. Don't hate the player, hate the game. It's just, you know, it is what it is. But I looked at the front and I actually needed a key card for this, so you know, I couldn't even go in. But I continued to loot around, and I got really lucky. I was able to get myself a key card. I really did not think I was going to get this because finding level 2 key cards for me is just difficult for some reason. But I opened it and I immediately got chased. I thought I was going to die here, but fortunately I had full auto on. So I was able to kill the zombies, and also inside of here was the high tier military crate. So yeah, just like that on my first attempt, I was able to take down the airfield, or I guess complete it. And there was some really good loot in these crates already, but I just checked some random crate. I didn't think I was going to get anything out of an emergency drop, but I got a legendary katana out of this. Up to this point, I haven't even found a single legendary melee item. So finding this, you know, I was pretty geeked up when I found this, I'm not gonna lie. And with taking down the airfield, I felt kind of confident to go try to take out the bunker, because last time I only got about 10 feet and then I died. So I tried it again, and kind of the same thing happened. But I was slowly able to make my way through by sniping the boss and taking out all the rest of the zombies. And on a completely unrelated note, this night vision that I had is terrible. It's the military night vision, but I wanted to get the special ops night vision or whatever. That's basically the one with the green. You have like a bigger field of view. Okay. That was all. That was it. But anyways, I looted the surrounding area, and I did all this kind of for nothing. I needed a key card, which I didn't have. And also, I didn't really think much of it, but there was actually a bandit camp nearby. It was kind of between the airfield and the oil rig. And I'll be honest, I kind of was thinking I was just gonna get standard loot, but I actually got a special ops helmet, and I've never gotten this before, and it actually came with the night vision I was looking for. So I got really lucky finding this. I really did not think I was gonna find it. And this night vision was so much better. It's pretty much required if you want to get into the big bunker. So yeah, having this now is gonna be useful for a little bit later. And I also decided just to hit up the airstrip once again. It was pretty much just a loot run, so I just collected everything I can get. I got quite a lot of stuff, and I basically just sold it all to the trader. And right after that, I made my way back to the bunker, and I was able to clear out all the zombies, as well as taking out the main boss. And this time I had the key card that I needed to get in. And yeah, night vision was pretty much required. And also, there are a ton of coyote soldiers down here. It's a pretty cramped area, so you kind of got to watch your corners and everything. But I kind of got them all stuck in this doorway, so it made it a little bit easier to take them out. And I'm not gonna lie, this bunker, the loot-wise, is kind of all right. There are some pretty good crates in here, but where you get the most amount of loot is literally just from the soldiers. They have so much ammo on them, and I'd routinely come back to this bunker just because of how much ammo they carry on them. And just like that, was another radiation zone completed. So after that, I still had to do a previous bunker, but first I was gonna need a key card, so I went to the trader, and I went to this like little black market deal. I wasn't even sure if I'd get a key card out of this little crate thing, but it was a tier 2, and I needed a tier 2 key card, and I got one. I had no clue if I was, but it worked out. And with this key card, I made my way back down to the bunker, and I cleared all the rooms of any zombies, and I was eventually able to find the high tier military crate. And just like that, I finally completed this one. And with it, I got myself the Cerberus. It's a 308 rifle, which I'd actually never end up really using. It doesn't really compete with the AK, but it is still pretty good. And I figured while I was out here, I might as well go finish the oil rig. I still had not found the high tier military crate, and I was just looking the wrong place the whole time. It's literally underwater. You don't have to fight any zombies. It's literally right there. Okay, but I got it done, and I finally finished off the oil rig. And since I was trying to 100% this game, I was at 1,600 kills. That's it. I was gonna need to get to 5,000, so I better start now. Honestly, I thought this challenge was going to take a lot longer than it did, and it did take quite a few hours to do. But since I now had the gear to do so, it was going to be a lot less difficult. And on my way back, I actually found the ice cream truck again. Didn't even know if I'd find it again, but he was there. And this time around, I did have the credits to buy whatever I wanted. However, the question was what to get, and I decided on the grenade launcher, which was definitely the right choice. And for clearing out zombies, it was probably the best thing I had. So I tried using it on the oil rig, and yeah, that did not go that well. So I decided just to back up a little bit, and yeah, this thing, it's pretty good. And I also tried doing the exact same thing at the airfield, and yeah, this was gonna be the way to go. I had quite a ways to get these 5,000 kills, but with the combination of both my AK and this new grenade launcher, it was gonna be a lot easier. And also, I got this full ghillie suit outfit. It doesn't really look that good. It looks kind of weird. It's only because of the body armor, but okay, yeah, I don't know. After this, it was time to take out the rest of the infected zones. I still had quite a few to do, and they're pretty much all over the map. So I got to work taking down one in the city. And the thing about these infected zones is that they can give you Black Ops gear. It's really not better than what I already have, but it just kind of looks cool. So that was another bonus that I get after completing these. And yeah, I kept taking out these infected zones, and also went to the airstrip or whatever and saw this. So, I don't know. And taking out these zones, it takes quite a lot of ammo. So I made my way back to the bunker repeatedly just to get my ammo back. And also to get every achievement, I still needed to kill 200 animals. It was a lot easier than zombies, but, still it was kind of just annoying. But eventually I was able to finish it by killing off a deer. And just like that, I was one step closer to 100%ing this game. And after that, I took out another infected zone. And just like that, I only had one more left. And also got a bunch of Black Ops gear from all this. So what do you guys think? You guys messing with it or what?
Enrique!
But with the newfound Black Ops gear, I got myself the last infected zone done. And also for an achievement, I had to visit this laboratory. It was not hard at all. I didn't even need to do anything there. I just needed to walk in. And of course, I was still making progress towards my 5,000 kills. So pretty much just moving across locations, I would just take out any zombies that I found. And also, I haven't got this yet, but fishing, that's an achievement as well. So yeah, I haven't done it once this playthrough. But yeah, that was another achievement down. And after arriving at this gas station, I finally did it. And just like that, I got my 5,000 kills. And there was only one more achievement left. So I made my way down to one of the small radiated zones. I shot the nuke, and that was the very last achievement that I needed. And just like that, I was done. I enjoyed my time on Surroundead and was able to accomplish a lot more than I thought. I was able to get myself some of the best geared weapons in the game with no prior knowledge, find a place to call home and build myself a base, and along the way clearing out every single infested and radiated zone on the map, and on top of all that, getting myself every single achievement in the game. So with that, that was the end of my journey on Surroundead. Thanks for watching.